Mono Rants at the Movies, a podcast where we rant about films you may have seen at house parties. I'm one of your hosts and jack of all trades, Mono, and she's still a spiky-faced force to be reckoned with. It's my co-host and master of none, Kira.
That's a bit harsh.
Well, I had to change it from yesterday's, but keep it still Doomsday.
Okay.
You don't have spikes on your... Of all the things I've said...
No, but I do have the Mighty Micro of him and it is so fucking adorable.
That's a Lego thing, by the way.
Yeah.
But we are back to actually talk about Superman Doomsday this time, hopefully.
Yeah. We got a little bit sidebarred.
Yeah, we did. There's no justification for it.
No.
But we're back. And we're going to talk about Superman Doomsday. And we kind of gave away what we thought about it last week, so shall we just dive straight into it?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Will I just go summary straight away?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? When an illegal LexCorp mining operation uncovers a buried alien spaceship, its long-dormant occupant emerges and starts killing everything. As its path of destruction reaches Metropolis, Superman steps in to face his toughest opponent ever. Can Superman stop this monster, or will it be his doomsday?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I just have one critique of this, and it's a critique of Superman as a whole.
Now, when you say as a whole, do you mean because he's so fucking large?
Well, it's just his tactics. Because the sheer amount of property damage that poor Metropolis, suffers every fucking time.
But you love property damage.
But now I'm like, insurance rates. I'm like, how do people afford to live in Metropolis?
I have two main problems. One, he flies them up into space.
Yeah, why doesn't he just do that with everybody? Just put them in orbit until you have to go and deal with them later. Or ride them back in through the fucking atmosphere at just the right angle, like fucking Ace Rimmer on a crocodile, and burn him up on the way back in.
He could have just let go once he left the atmosphere and
launched him into the sun.
Or just
Superman can do that.
Yeah. Or if he insists on coming back down and smashing him into the ground, don't do it in the centre of Metropolis.
Again, property damage. Loss of life.
That one's definitely loss of life.
Loss of life. Seriously, go Superman, yay.
And at the start when it's Clark and he's saying goodbye to go off to Afghanistan, he gets in the elevator and he takes up the whole elevator.
I do love in all the DC animated ones because you can't really do it with human actors. You can't have them be this ridiculous size.
Well, he's not always as big as he is in this.
But I do love it when he is almost cartoonishly massive, because when he's in the Clark Kent garb and he plays awkward and bumbling, you don't get to see it that much in this.
No, you don't really see any Clark in this.
But there's one or two where it's done really, really well, where he's really clumsy and he's just this massive guy who's unaware of his size. And it plays really, really well, but I do enjoy it when, he's literally the size of the room.
And, he is in this.
He is. He's got, his chest is huge. Lois is just hanging on to his pecs.
He's also a little bit humble braggy.
Just
there's that bit after Lex's intro and Mercy's intro where Lex is like, I've just gotten the cure for whatever it was, Parkinson's or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, cured this, that and the other, or people are working on this, that and the other to stretch it out so it doesn't come out straight away. And then it cuts to Superman in the Fortress of Solitude being all like, I can stop the world's greatest monsters and I can do this and I can do that, but I can't cure cancer.
Oh yeah, I can create stars, because he has a star eater.
Yeah, he does. That's one of the things he says. I can make stars, but I can't cure cancer. Alright, fucking humble brag, man.
That's the great thing, is that you get to see the Fortress of Solitude and all the weird shit that he has through the animated movies. Because Superman got some weird shit in the Fortress.
Does. You don't see it as much in this one.
No, but you do
we're supposed to be talking about this one.
Yeah, but you do get the sassy ass robot.
I was going to say, he's not so much sassy. He's a little bit sassy when he goes by Kal-El.
Yeah.
But also, he's just has no idea about social cues because he's a robot. He's just standing there awkwardly the whole time.
Yeah, that's it. When he's just they turn around, they're making out, and they turn around and it's just looking at them like a cat stares at you from the end of the bed.
Yeah.
Direct eye contact.
But I suppose...
I love it. It's so awkward.
It's called the Fortress of Solitude. He wasn't expecting to have many people there, I assume. But...
And I love where she gets out of the shower and she's like, I'm fucking cold. And it's like, yeah, bitch, you're in a towel.
Yeah, in an ice fortress.
Yeah, at least dry your hair. What's wrong with you?
But good things about it.
Sorry, that's just
no,
weird
that's
shit.
just
hilarious.
Stuff. No, it is especially for the like you said in the last episode, for the first one out of the gate.
Yeah.
It's a simple/simplified story, but they cover a fair bit in the 80 or so minutes.
That kind of launched a lot of comic books into the greater perception.
Well, even as they were saying on that really good interview.
Oh, they were rock stars.
I can't remember which one. But one of the guys was saying to this day he still gets people who come up to him and say, "Oh, I got into comics because of the death of Superman."
Like they have interviewed, there's a brilliant interview with the guys who own Midway Comics, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll only order this many." The publishing house were like, "No, you need at least like 20,000 or whatever," and they were like, "Yeah, no, whatever, buddy. It's like calm down."
Yeah, they were ordering thousands and thousands, and they're being a little bit worried of like, what if this isn't as big as this.
As the story unfolded over the year and it started to get picked up on by media and it just ramped up to this massive Doomsday event.
Well, they were saying that Death of Superman issue was printed for like 9 months straight.
It's also where we get hairy-chested Superman. Because he's there when he's lying in the pit and he's...
so you were saying that was why Henry Cavill was able to
they wanted him to wax his chest and he just walked in with that and put it down and was like, no.
There you go. There's a hairy Clark, deal with it.
Yeah, and when she's cradling him and the cape is fluttering on the post behind it and it's the double page of it, it's beautiful.
Yeah. But for the first one, they do have a fairly tight story because you've got kind of 15-20 minutes at the start of establishing which Lex and Superman we're dealing with. Doomsday getting out, getting to Metropolis, big fight. Superman's dead 26 minutes in.
Yeah.
Then you've got kind of say 10,
the fallout.
10 or 15 minutes of funeral. Oh no, Superman's dead, and then the imposter shows up. But you don't realise he's the imposter at first, so you're like, yay, Superman's back. Oh no, wait.
Oh. But in between that as well, you've got the ongoing storyline of Lois and her having to deal with this and knowing this, like, because it's already known that she's linked to Superman. And she's worked out kind of who he is. But that's like, they do have a big fight at the start over what should she call him. Yeah,
and they're about to... I think he's about to tell her when...
they're interrupted.
Yeah, again, by a robot.
Because the robots have great timing.
Yeah. I do like how
she works it out and she's able then to connect with Ma at the funeral, like she sees her at the funeral and then is able to go out to her, and you have that beautiful moment between the pair of them, which is just heartbreaking, of her breaking down on the porch.
Oh, well, just the whole concept of the two of them being the only people in the world who are mourning Superman himself, in that specific way of... You can't show it, like, one has had a lover die and the other has had a son die. But they can't tell anybody. No.
Like, and Lois can mourn for Superman publicly, but she understands that Ma can't even do that because she can't acknowledge that that's what happened. Like, as far as they're concerned, Clark's just missing in Afghanistan.
Yeah, and the stuff with Martha watching on the TV.
Yeah, she's watching the funeral.
Yeah. It's far more emotionally resonant than, why did you say that name?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it does get you.
Yeah, no, there's a good bit of heart in it as well. And I was surprised the first time that we sat down to watch this that it did have it, because I think I was expecting something much more along the lines of the Bruce Timm, more child-oriented stuff. Like, and they do, it's not unsuitable for kids or anything like that, but it is a slightly more adult tone.
No, it's fun as well because you get to see... If, like me, you weren't really that familiar with Superman and you knew Lex was the villain. But kind of Lex's motivations are weird and fun, and you get to see it in this when he's like, why did you leave me? And there's something about it that you're like, oh my god, you poor man. Like, you actually sympathise with Lex for a minute because he's lost his like... who he's deemed to be his adversary. He's the only person on the planet who can rival him, like,
yeah, well, he has that bit where Mercy's like, I thought you'd be happy, and he's like, what? No, I was fucking cheated.
Yeah, he wants to beat him, like, fairly in a weird way.
Yeah, whatever his view of fair and square is, but he wants to be the one to beat him.
Yeah, Lex is like competitive spirit gone like completely bananas.
Yeah, Lex's thing is like, I was always destined to be great. Probably the greatest human ever. And then you came along, and how could I possibly compare with you? So I need to get rid of you so I can be the greatest again.
But I like that it's the Lex that I enjoy because he's quite calculating. He's extremely cold because poor Mercy.
Yeah, Mercy doesn't hang around for too long. She's in like 2-3 scenes tops and then gets a bullet to the face.
And he's just like, yeah, whatever, bye-bye.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So they bring her back in the other ones.
Yeah, no, I do enjoy it as well because you get the cold calculating Lex and then you do get the deranged.
You get the deranged, you also get the creepy.
Oh, yeah, creepy Lex.
When he creeps on Lois.
Yeah. Lex is always kind of creepy though.
Yeah.
There's just something about a bald man in a turtleneck and a suit jacket. Like he's a medallion necklace away from, and like a bronzy
I know,
tan.
I could just like, Lex has so much going on, I don't think I need skeezy Lex.
No, I do enjoy Lex. These made me love Lex as a character. I just think he's super fun to play with. His schemes are ridiculous.
Yeah, and I think I said it in the last episode, but James Marsters.
Yes.
Spike, yep, is great as Lex. He's really good. As I said, Adam Baldwin's okay, and Hesh is great.
It's not that Adam Baldwin, it's the one from Firefly.
Yes. Yeah, I did I need to specify?
Anne Hesh is brilliant. I love her in this. Because that's Lois to me should always be that kind of throaty cigarette, take no shit voice. I don't know why. And she has that quality. I think she did a fantastic job in this as Lois.
Oh, she did, yeah. But there's very few of the animated Loises that piss me off. I think there's one.
Yeah.
I think it might be in Man of Tomorrow. I can't remember.
So when we get around, when she's going thirsty all the time.
No, that's
I don't know why that's delivery.
That's All-Star Superman.
Me.
That's All-Star Superman when she's going crazy.
Yeah, and she just but she drinks a whole bottle of water and then just goes thirsty. And it's like, okay.
No, that's a good Lois.
That one cracks me up. There's something about that one.
We will get to All-Star Superman eventually. Don't worry.
But this is a really good gateway to the Superman stories that wouldn't necessarily make it to the big screen.
Yeah, it's the Superman you know.
But you don't really.
Branching into other
events.
Stuff. Because despite the name, Doomsday is, I don't want to say a non-event, but he's not in it for very long.
No.
And it is just a big old fight and then he's dead. And then it's all about the imposter and why the imposter isn't convincing some people and what makes Superman Superman. And then when Superman does show back up, him
black suit with the mullet.
Yes, the black suited mulleted Superman,
my favourite Superman,
versus clone Superman, and they both have a little bit of a war of words first before they fight about again what makes Superman Superman and who deserves to protect.
Tony Superman when he sits down in that hairdresser's in front of the mirror and the peel away. Oh, the peel away is so good. And then he's like little like home lobotomy.
Yeah, what is it he says when he walks out?
I don't know.
He has some quip when he walks out after lasering his own brain, and I can't remember what it is, but it's brilliant. The Kevin Smith bit.
Oh, Toyman and the Giant Spider.
So we get John DiMaggio in the very first one for starters, because John DiMaggio is Toyman.
And Toyman, again, very, very small character that you wouldn't really know of.
Not one I had ever heard of until I watched this.
But he's a fun guy because he's kind of nuts, but he also...
Kinda.
Okay, he's like way crackers.
Yeah.
But he also builds these little like AI robot things that do his bidding. So well freaky.
Yeah, and he's in a big old spider. And when
very childlike in his behaviour. So he's actually very... I think he shows up a couple of times later.
I think he does show up again.
But he's a fun addition because he's just like a random nut job that's just wreaking havoc in Metropolis because this is an everyday event if you live there.
Well, it's everybody's going to town now that Superman's gone.
Yeah, so they're just like giant spiders got a school bus full of kids hanging it off a building.
But when Superman shows up and wrecks the spider, and a guy in the crowd goes, "Oh yeah, like we really needed him to trash the mechanical spider." Lame. And if you've seen An Evening with Kevin Smith, or if you know anything about the
Kevin
Superman
Smith
film,
Superman, it was the Nicolas Cage Superman film.
That never was.
No, but there are the test shots of him in the costume, and that is a low-necked Superman.
I can never remember the name of the producer, but he
did Wild Wild West.
Yes, he's the producer who did Wild Wild West, because that's the whole thing. He wanted a giant spider. He wanted Superman to fight a giant
mechanical spider.
And Kevin Smith was like, why? And he was like, I just think it'd be really cool. So that film fell apart, and then a year or two later, Wild Wild West came out and it had a giant mechanical spider in it.
Yes, but it used a giant mechanical spider in the best way possible.
It is a pretty niche reference to be putting in this. But I really appreciated it all the same. But yeah, I had nearly forgotten about Toyman and the fact that, even in Doomsday, you've got Doomsday, Lex and Toyman, and you've got Mercy, so you do have...
You get Waller as well. Is Waller... No,
Waller's not in this. On the side of good, it's just the usual suspect of Soups, Lois, Jimmy, Perry. Jimmy's fun.
Jimmy's fun. Poor Jimmy goes through a bit of a
fucking...
to be a
paparazzi.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to be a paparazzo. For a guy who's clearly evil because his face is so fucking pointy.
But when... I can't remember what your man's name is, but even his name is just like...
Damon Swank.
Something like that.
No, his name is Damon Swank.
But when he goes off to do his paparazzi thing and Lois shows up to have a chat with him.
And she grabs him by the earring and drags him off like a naughty child.
And he tries to give it all like, you don't know what it's been like. And it's just like that bit out of Birdman when he's in prison. He's like, step off, Holmes.
Yeah, like there's a lot going on in this, but it's really not cluttered.
No, it is. It's a very tight narrative. Because, I mean, those on the bad side and those on the good side that we just listed are basically everybody that's in it.
Yeah.
So you get...
Yeah, you don't even get Pa Kent in this.
You do, but I don't think he has any lines.
No.
I think he's just there comforting her.
Swoosie Kurt is Ma.
Oh, fuck yeah, I forgot Swoosie Kurt is in this.
Yeah.
Oh, and I also forgot the space racist is in this.
Oh, yeah, but it's okay because she gets eaten by that laser eyeball thing that they dig up.
I was going to say she gets her justification for her space racism because she gets killed by Doomsday.
They're like down in a hole digging shit. They're only wearing masks. They've no high-vis gear on them. They find this weird thing and they're like, what the fuck is it? I don't know. Let's hit it with a hammer. And what am I, a scientist?
The guy who's been operating the giant laser goes, what am I, a scientist? It's like, you absolutely should be.
None of you in this hole are qualified to be in the hole. Yeah. Everybody out of the hole.
Oh, and by the way, the space racist is Ashley Williams from Mass Effect.
Yeah. Space racist.
Oh, she absolutely is. But, yeah, no, it is. You've already got those kind of like 8 or 9 characters to worry about. Perry's barely in it. Mercy's barely in it.
Angry. So
you get plenty of
Mercy
Lex.
is Cree Summers, though, and I love her voice. So I'm always happy when she shows up in anything.
It's mostly Lex and Lois that you get the most of.
Yeah.
In this. And
the
I actually really
does
appreciate
revolve around them because you've got them, they're both dealing with loss in this incredibly weirdly connected way.
Well, yeah, in the same way that Lois and Martha are dealing with it in a very unique way.
Yeah.
Probably nobody else in the world is feeling it the same way as Lex is.
Yeah, Lex is like, no, I've been robbed of my victory and the only way I can do that is by cloning him thousands of times so I can eventually beat him.
Well, yeah, I think that's it. He wants whatever about having him under control and then having his...
Because he tries that with a little like in the brain and it don't work.
Well, and he's got his red solar room.
Yeah.
And...
and the knuckle dusters with the kryptonite on them. Nice touch, so he can go in and beat the absolute snot out of him.
But, yeah, Lex's whole journey in this is it's quite fun. And he gets rocketed through his building in a giant metal box as well.
Lex can survive quite a beating. To be honest.
I was going to say, are we sure he survived that?
I don't know.
Do we come back to him after that?
I don't know, but I think there would be some mention that Lex died.
Let me check.
Well, it says Lex last words.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Lex starts and closes out the movie with his little monologue on what it is to be Superman.
Yeah.
Which I've also forgotten about.
So assuming that makes the assumption he lived.
He did live, yes. When Clone Soups goes to take the kitty out of the tree.
He's like, you should
He's like, oh no, I'm not upset with the cat.
I'm upset with you because cat shouldn't be outside. And she's like, yeah, my cat got out. Like, that's why I've been trying to get it back.
And he's like, Persians really shouldn't go outside, man. And
then
the poor cops that get sent to arrest him.
And they're just like, oh no, this is not fun.
Or the army.
I really don't get paid enough to do this.
Who are like a few weeks after trying to...
whatever the Doomsday thing
defend against Doomsday. Now we're told, right lads, you're up against Superman. Off you go.
I do love the fact that in World Metropolis is across the bay from Gotham.
They don't mention it here, but they do have it in a few of the
it's kind of accepted that that's where they are. It's just like across the water. But
my DC geography is very poor actually, because most of the cities are supposed to be
Majority of them are like
proxies
coastals.
for they're supposed to be proxies for other cities, and I don't know where any of them are. Like one of them's supposed to be San Francisco, and one of them's supposed to be LA, and one of them's supposed to be this and that and the other, and I don't know what any of them are.
Yeah.
Mostly doesn't matter.
No, I just imagine like people in Gotham looking across the water and being like, well, not going over there for a while.
Well, I mean, that shockwave probably made it all the way across the bay.
Yeah.
oh, the shards of modesty glass.
Oh, and all the dead...
all the dead Superman clones, they're lying on the floor and there's water and glass all around them.
Strategically placed glass.
Every one of them to a man has strategically placed modesty glass. Are there any things we didn't like about it? Like, properly didn't like about it?
I don't think so, really. Like, I really enjoyed this because this was the first one I watched and I was like, ooh, this is fun, different and more adult orientated. Like, I'm sure there's things that, like, when I've watched that, I was like, that's fucking shite. But they didn't do any of the weird 3D vehicle thing that I find incredibly offensive. That's the thing that will, like, piss me off the most of anything. Oh, I did get really, really upset about the dog.
Which dog?
The farmer guy.
The hick and his dog.
The dog, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
But, yeah.
But that's to show you that he kills everything.
Yeah, Doomsday, like, literally has no regard for anything. That upset me a little bit, but... Things like that do tend to upset me.
Well, but that's kind of the point, I think.
Yeah, he's completely merciless. Like in the comic book when he comes out, it's just like you see this hand and a little bird lands on it.
And he squishes it.
And he squishes it immediately. So...
Yeah, I think I'd be fairly similar to you. I don't think it was the first one I watched. I think Batman Year One was the very first one of the animated ones I watched, but this would have been early as well. And yeah, I have a real fondness for it as well. I do think it's just by comparison. He's not bad, but Adam Baldwin's not great.
No, there is better, but there's not actually a whole lot of Superman in this. Like, he's dead for a lot of it.
No, like we said...
Well, he's not dead. Apparently his heart was only beating once every 17 days, because he's some sort of super tortoise.
Well, he's Superman. He has whatever powers he needs.
Yeah.
In fairness. But he's not in it. He's in it more than enough because it's a Superman film. But yeah, character-wise, it is mostly about Lex and Lois.
Yeah.
And I do really enjoy that about it. Like.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy any of the Lex Heavy ones. I just find him so fun. And when him and Superman kind of go head to head and have their war of words.
You don't get much of it in this, unfortunately, because it's clone Superman talking to him the whole time. And he does have one or two bits.
It's missing a lot of the empathy that Superman always tends to display when he's dealing with Lex.
Yeah, and
that fucking pisses off Lex so much because he's like, no, don't pity me, fucking bastard, I'm your equal.
Yeah, but because
no, you're not.
The clone doesn't have any of his memories. He just has like the best kind of efforts made to replicate Superman's personality,
and it's not good.
Yeah, but because obviously because he doesn't have any of those memories, he can't have that same banter. Is probably not the right word, but banter with Superman
with Lex.
Sorry, with Lex.
Yeah, because it pisses off Lex because he's like, you're not the same.
He does basically. Well, he comes to that conclusion and he tries to get rid of him, but it's too late because he's already done his laser lobotomy.
Yeah, because he's got his little like garage door opener and he's like, ha ha, click.
Yeah, that's when he gets shoved. That's when he gets shoved in the box.
Click.
Because he runs to go into the. Like, in fairness, what was he thinking? He after that it doesn't work. He runs into his room. And like start putting on his kryptonite gloves and turning on the red lights.
I was expecting him to come smashing out back through in the green mecha suit.
Yeah, actually.
Because I do enjoy Lex coming through a wall in the mech suit. It's very Reagan has just won the president, or Nixon just won the presidency. And he's like, arrgh.
Well, we will get President Lex soon, and I'm pretty sure that he is in the mech suit.
For that.
I
could. With the big chrome dome sticking out the top because he didn't bother putting a fucking helmet on.
I could be wrong. It might not be in Superman, Batman, Public Enemies where he's president. It might be in the comics. I could be making it up entirely, but I'm pretty sure that when Lex is president, his big armor is Air Force One. It's designated Air Force
One, yeah, because he just takes off.
Because that's what he flies in.
Yeah. Lex is so fun because Lex in this is basically if fucking what's his face from Marvel, I've forgotten his name, Iron Man.
Yeah.
Was more of a dick.
Well, yeah, he's basically, well, not basically evil Iron Man. There's more that separates them than that. But
he's far more, like, not quietly arrogant, whereas Tony Stark is very much, look at me, I'm the greatest, blah, 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 blah. And super flamboyant, and you win a car, and you win a car, and you win a car.
Tony is cocky.
Yeah.
Lex is arrogant.
Yeah, is the main...
Yeah, I think that's the difference. Well, one of the differences. But even just sitting down and watch this, knowing that we're going to get all the other stuff that's to come, particularly as much as I'm excited to watch the rest of the DC animated films, I'm particularly excited to sit down and watch, because we've got just the Superman films alone, and the ones we've mentioned, we've got All-Star Superman to go.
I love that one.
Superman, Batman, Public Enemies.
You've got
Superman, Batman, Apocalypse. You've got Superman Unbound, the one with Brainiac.
Yeah.
That's early enough. Superman versus the Elite, which I quite enjoy.
Yes, that one is very fun.
That's an early one as well. So there's a lot of Superman ones. There's mostly Superman and Batman and Justice League at the start, but like, here's a Green Lantern, here's a random Wonder Woman.
Aquaman doesn't really get anything for a while. Like, he's there as part of the Justice League, but you don't really get to see him on his own until about Justice League War.
I'm trying to think. I don't even think there's a solo. There could be one coming, because I'm not up to speed on all the newest ones.
Yeah.
But I don't think there is any Aquaman solo ones yet. They have
kind of focused more on the main three with one or two side ones.
Yeah, there's a ton of Batman ones and the Batman Extended Family ones, and there's a ton of Justice League ones. But you get, where a lot of the other ones might not get solo ones. Flash does, obviously, with Flashpoint Paradox.
Yeah, but that does link in everybody else again.
Yeah, that's more of a Justice League thing. One. That's a very, very fun one.
I've heard now that in the Arrowverse they did actually do it quite well, but I haven't actually seen that.
Did they do Flashpoint in the Arrowverse? I thought they did Crisis in the Arrowverse.
I think they did Flashpoint as well.
I don't know. I fell off that. We watched 2 seasons of Arrow and 4 seasons of The Flash.
No, we
definitely 3, because I remember there being 3 different speedsters as the main villains for each season, and I
just kept shouting, Lieutenant Dan, you got new legs.
You did.
That's all I remember about watching The Flash was Lieutenant Dan, you got new legs.
I remember a bit more than that, in fairness. But no, sitting down and rewatching this has made me really look forward to sitting down and watching all the rest of them, and there are so many to watch.
I can't wait for one of the Batman ones, just because the Batcave, like the Fortress of Solitude, has so much fun shit in it.
Well, next week is a Batman one, but it's Gotham Knights.
Yeah.
So not much in the way of Sassy Alfred or Batcaves with giant pennies.
No, there's the one with the kids telling the spooky stories about Batman, which the kids are annoying, but I love the fact that they've made him into this kind of scary vampire ghost demon.
That's the real anime-y one, isn't it?
Where he's appearing out of the shadows and with the pointy ears, and very much like the way the Scarecrow hallucinations were showing him.
That's about the only one I can remember. I haven't watched Gotham Knights in so long. That's about the only one I can remember. There's another one that's to do with what are the 2 detectives, the girl and the guy who work together. They're in the Nolan films as well.
Yeah, no, I don't remember.
There's a story with them where they go to stop a drug dealer or something, and he shows up, and that's all I can remember about that. But any final thoughts about Superman Doomsday before we wrap up?
It is well worth a watch. There is the longer version of it, which came out in 4 parts, 3 parts.
Just 2 parts.
Oh, it was only 2 parts.
Yeah,
in my head, it was bigger.
Then it's Death of Superman and then Reign of the Superman.
Yeah.
You're probably thinking, no, because it ran across 4 comics when it came out initially. Yeah. That could be what you're thinking of.
Yeah, I always get it kind of backwards. It is longer, it is more in-depth, and you get more of the various Supermen that take over.
It's
For an hour, this is an hour and a half?
This is an hour and 20.
They condense them all into one, and it works really, really well for this. The 2
films combine to about 3 hours, and while they're very good and a much more faithful adaptation, I actually think this is a little bit more charming. Yeah, the other one can get a bit boggy in parts. Yeah, it does. It's whereas this one, because very serious. Because this is a lot quicker, it moves through the big paces. You still get those moments, those big impact moments, like Lois in the crater
like...
Yeah.
That is still, like, a big moment. The funeral procession's still the big moment. The grief.
While you don't
across the board.
While you don't have a whole bunch of imposters, the clone Superman has elements of most of them.
Yeah, and he's just unsettling enough for everybody to kind of twig that there's something weird going on. Like, it doesn't take long for people to realise...
No, Lois is the first.
That something's really fucking wrong.
Lois is the first to cop it. Even Jimmy cops it pretty quickly afterwards. You even see Martha on TV
being like, "That's not my boy."
Yeah.
Yeah, because she rings Lois and she's like, "That's not my boy."
Well, most of the public just think something is wrong. But
they're
when
like,
real
Superman's a dick. I mean, he was a dick before, and then he ate that irradiated Kraft dinner, and now he's just a giant dick.
Yeah, but when real Soup shows up, everybody is fairly quick to be like, "Oh no, he was the real one all along."
And then they're like, "Hang on, he's in a black suit. What if he's evil?"
Evil-er.
Evil-er, because he's got a mullet.
Well, I mean, mullets are the harbingers of doom.
But it's still got the little spit curl in the front.
Yeah, no, thankfully he doesn't have a mullet too much in any of the other films. But no, I do. This one I really, really enjoy. It, like I said, it's charming.
Yeah.
It is charming. It's that bit more adult than some of the stuff we would have watched as kids. It sets the tone for what they kind of want to do.
Yeah, it's a shift towards a more adult versions of these characters, because you would have had like Lois and Clark, the Superman show, which was more kind of adult focused.
Oh, with Dean Cain.
Yeah, they were the reason that the storyline actually happened.
Oh, well, yeah, because
they wanted to
marry him in the comics.
Yeah, and they were like, they've been together for like 60 odd years. May as well get married. And then the guys who were doing the show were like, no, we want that to happen in the show, maybe about season 3.
No, I love the way they were like, we love the idea of Superman getting married.
So we're going to take it.
So we're going to do it first, and you have to wait.
Yeah. About 3 years. 3-4 years. Show. Yeah. And they were like, fuck it, let's just kill him.
Yeah. So they did.
Apparently they blamed on a rather stuffed room delirium and an outgassing carpet. And a little bit of like rage.
Well, I think, and the fact that they were told like
they
a
had
week
literally
before their deadline, hey, all the stuff that you've planned out for the next year, can't do it. Start again.
So they were fucking, let's just kill the bastard, like. And in doing so, created this amazing story.
Yeah, and then that
changed the way that comic books were perceived.
Yeah, and then there's any number of movies. Like, we've got a couple of animated movies. Superman, Batman, Dawn of whatever. That has elements of it. Like, it's become its own thing, and it's like, it's just cool to see it represented here on the screen for the first time, because this was pre-Snyder stuff. Yeah,
well, Snyder crams bits of everything, of all of these storylines into it as well. So that's a fun thing as well. If you're you can go.
I think Smallville did a Doomsday storyline, actually. I've never watched Smallville, but I think they did. But I have no idea what it's like, or whether or not they actually kill him off or anything. But yeah, no, I think if you haven't seen this, or if you haven't seen a good version of Doomsday,
yeah,
check it out. It will probably surprise you. If you have seen it, go and watch it again, and we will be going through all of them pretty much like we have today, gushing over them.
Most of them, I have issues with some of them.
Yeah, no, I was about to say they're a mixed bag. They're not a mixed bag. They're a very, very good series of films with one or two, not even misses. They're still okay films, but they're just okay. Yeah,
sometimes they just miss the tone.
This one definitely doesn't.
No, this is well worth a watch. It might get you. It's surprisingly emotional.
Particularly when Lois goes to visit Martha.
Yeah, all that stuff.
But that about wraps it up for this week, I think. Thanks for joining us, guys. We will be back next week with Gotham Knights. Apologies for the delay as we worked out what we were going to do, but normal programming is resuming. If you want, you can come and chat with us on Twitter at rantsmono, on Instagram at monorants_the_boys, or you can send your own rants to monorantspodcast@gmail.com. We'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.
We are Science Fiction Remnant.
This is the Funny Science Fiction Podcast.
We are the Caribbean Science Fiction Network.
We are Monorants.
We are One Accord Level 2 Podcast.
This is Jesse from Sudden But Inevitable and Open Pike Night.
This is Sci-Fi.